Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Radio Apocalypse, the early show, with some bizarre audio issues this morning, but we'll get into those in a minute.
Good morning, sunshine. Are you ready to be energized? Every morning, you face the challenge of life. Know that I stand by you. As long as you're not an asshole. You know, there's different things. You've got to look at the world and say, hey, if you're an asshole, then I'm not going to stand beside you. Point you in the right direction, usually in the direction of a brick wall where you can walk right into it. But that's a whole other thing. Good morning, welcome to Radio Apocalypse, the early show. I've got my new phone. Yes, where is it? Here we go. New phone in new case. However, what is very, 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 very annoying is I can't get it to update with the old phone, as if, you know, take all the photographs of that as an update. It just doesn't want to talk that one little bit, which is a bit frustrating. But you know, it'll come. I'll do it after the show today, which will be good. Oh, big yawn. How are you today? Anybody that's watching just now, hi. Anybody that's watching back later, hi. And anybody not watching at all, hi. You know, very good. Right, so yeah, it's all good, you know, getting all these things done, and I can get it working, you know, I can get it back on. I've had it done already, but it does not want to. Yes, we know how to use the new phone with its home button. It's got a very strange way of doing things, like swiping and then putting it on, and it's weird. So all my basic apps are on, all the apps that come with it to begin with are all on there, which is a good thing. And oh look, there is no, I don't want to finish setting up the iPhone. We will do that later. So yes, it's Tuesday and it's beautiful outside, and I think I'm going to go for a wee gander up the water of Leith. Maybe do a little bit of a live from up there, just at my little favourite spot by the river, which will be nice. And what was that? Emails coming in, right? Very good. But we'll see what happens. No live show tonight though, because Tuesday night's my usual Tuesday night off. But tomorrow is this one, the very last episode of season 1 of The Human Condition. Then we move into season 2. And let's have a look on Instagram. Let me see. Oh, excuse me. Nose. Where are we? There we go. On Instagram, there may or may not be a teaser as to what season 2 is about. Alright? There may or may not. It just says coming soon to YouTube. Oh, well, what's coming soon to YouTube? It's just pictures, Mo. It's just pictures. I know, but you need to see the bigger picture, don't you? Don't you? But yeah, so it's there. I don't know if you got it. There we go. There. That's the picture on Instagram. Right there. Those top 3, in fact. To see what it is about. Anyway, we're just going to go and move straight into the papers this morning because I want to definitely stick to the 30-minute format today and get finished just after 7 AM. So we'll have, unless of course there's something devastatingly crazy that says, oh, I need to rant a little. But let's go straight to the papers and see what the first one says, which is the Daily Mirror. Quarantine shambles. Holiday chaos. 14 million Britons to stay at home. Stampede to cancel breaks abroad. 3 billion bookings boost for UK resorts. There you go. The fallout from change to quarantine rules, which means travellers returning to the UK from Spain must now self-isolate for 14 days, continues to dominate the front pages. It's just hiding the fact that we can't find Prince Andrew. Quarantine shambles and holiday chaos is what the Daily Mirror is calling it, saying some 14 million Brits will now shun foreign trips. It adds that the stay cautious could boost the UK economy by 3.7 billion. Is that boost? Yeah, okay, so stay cautious, that's one thing. But what about save lives? Anyway, Daily Telegraph. Quarantine to be cut to 10 days. What? They're just making this up as they go along. Arrivals from Spain will be able to shorten their isolation if they test negative for virus. I swear to God. Cat catches coronavirus in first UK animal case. Wonderful. Put less weight on exam results. School told Google to work from home until next July. Wow. The Daily Telegraph claims that the government is hoping to announce plans to cut quarantine to 10 days for people arriving from countries with high levels of coronavirus under the policy. The paper says arrivals would need to take a test for the virus 8 days after arriving. What? And if they tested negative, they could come out of self-isolation 2 days later. How are they going to police that? That's just insane. Daily Express, millions of summer holidays ruined. Yes. Royal distraction in the corner as well. Harry wanted to quit royal family for good. Nigella Lawson's seventh heaven comfort food. She's a great chef, by the way. Amazing. Millions of summer holidays ruined in the Daily Express. In the Daily Express's take, it says the government has told anyone travelling abroad that they do so at their own risk. Wow. Anything to declare. Yep, we don't know what we're doing. That is a good... the Star have done a fantastic headline. It's not to do with footballers or any stupid shows. Anything to declare? Yep, we don't know what we're doing. I like that. In a similar theme in the Daily Star, which says many more Brits facing summer holiday misery, it features a mocked up picture of Boris Johnson dressed as a clown at a passport control on its front page. Yeah, very good. Daily Fail. Summer holidays hang in balance. Blow for millions as ministers warn against all but essential travel to Spanish islands and say more countries could face curbs. Dun dun dun. The Daily Fail says the quarantine rules have left dreams of summer getaway for millions of families
were hanging in the balance. It also describes the government's move as a huge blow to tourism industry at home and abroad. Risk to all foreign travel this summer, number 10 warns. Incredible. I wonder why. Could it be maybe that you came out of lockdown a bit too early there, Mr. Johnson? Do you think that maybe, wouldn't it be funny if Europe turned around and says, hey, listen, you've got it under control in Scotland. If you've got people that have, hold on, is this working? Hello, yes it is. But we're echoey again. Weird. That's strange. Wouldn't it be funny if Europe turned around and says, yeah, Scotland, you can come and visit. That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. But England, sorry, you can't. I wonder if that would make a flood of people travelling from England up into Scotland. But nah. The Times. All travel is now a risk, holiday makers are told. The Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez is quoted in the Times saying that Britain had made an error as infections in most regions were lower than that in the UK. He said talks were continuing to try and make the UK government change its mind. Wouldn't it be funny if everything's okay now, you can all go back to your holidays? Wow, it's just going to be ridiculous. Quarantine homes left unchecked. Wow. Virtually no enforcement. This is what we were talking about. Virtually no enforcement, says Border Force Union. Wow. It says the Metro reports the only one person has been fined by the police for breaching the requirement to self-isolate after arriving from abroad. It says desperate figures from the UK Border Force show that as of the 10th of July, the agency has penalised only 3 people over quarantine. Incredible. That is. Virus outbreaks raise fears of second wave in Europe. Revealed NHS could take over social care in England. Wow. And then it will be sold to America. Yes. Residents given new powers to banish the rat run. What the hell? I don't want to know. Europe is bracing for a second wave of COVID-19 as the new outbreaks, claims The Guardian. The paper says it raises the prospect of new restrictions being introduced at a time where millions of people travelling across the continent for their summer holidays. Crazy. Financial Times. Dollar falls to 2-year low as gold rises on fears over virus hit US. Isn't that funny how both England and what's it called, the UK, well, the England and the US, have 2 leaders that didn't really take this seriously in its initial stages, are having issues now. Oh, here we go, something about Cummings. Cummings heads push for light touch UK regime on state aid following Brexit. Light touch. That'll be like, we're not going to help you. That's the polite way of saying, you're on your own now, kids. And the US dollar falling to a 2-year low is a focus from the Financial Times. It says the drop comes amid deep unease over the US economic recovery in the face of what is still an accelerating coronavirus issue in the country. Incredible. That is actually the papers, but we're going to go and look up US coronavirus stats. I'm just interested. Right, so according to the stats, they have 4.37 million cases. That is up over 54,000. And good God, deaths 150,000. That's tragic. And that is up 1,079. California, my cognac state, being the worst, with a total of 467,000 cases, and that is up over 6,000 in the past 24 hours, and deaths are in California alone are 8,540, with up 29. That is awful. Florida being the second, and New York being the third with their stats. That is wild, absolutely wild. I wouldn't know what to make of that if it was over here. Let's have a look at Scotland COVID stats. Okay, so that's the UK. Right, here we go. Right, so the UK as a whole, let's go through the UK as a whole, and then we will look at the breakdown. Okay, so the UK is over 300,000 confirmed cases, up 745 in the past 24 hours. Hold on, it's not showing the breakdown of the deaths there. Scotland has had 18,551 confirmed cases. There has been 45,759 deaths, and then in Scotland we have had 2,491 of those deaths come from Scotland. I mean, obviously England have got a greater population, so there's going to be more of an issue of transmission in the larger population areas, you know, but it's wild. Wow. And hold on, here we go. It's coronavirus time on Twitter for Coronavirus Scotland, and this was 16 hours ago. 346,255 people in Scotland have been tested. And we've got, in the past 24 hours, only 3 new cases in Scotland. That's pretty good. The number of deaths of patients whose tests remains at 2,491. That is that's pretty good. Even though it's deaths, so that means we've not had any deaths for 11 days now. That's really cool. 11 days without a fatality is what's being tweeted. I'll show you the tweet actually, hold on. There we go. Look, there's the stats for Scotland. Amazing. See more about this topic. It's pretty good. Okay, 11 days. Wow. Whilst the number of new cases has risen dramatically in Spain recently, the deaths for the last 7 days are just 12 compared with that of the UK. England figure of 438. Why Westminster getting away with these figures each and every week? I don't know. Who wants to look at the face of a politician making a measured national point in the Scottish Parliament? Can't imagine Nicola expressing herself with a physgog like this. Maybe it's just that unionism and entitlement does this to you. Ah, bless. Let's make it political. Our lead in independence polls is not because people want Joanna Cherry or Alex Salmond, it's because they trust the First Minister. As simple as that. Yeah, we're not going to go down the rabbit hole of reading all these, but no, that's pretty good going. Scotland has to be pleased with that. Let's look up Ghislaine Maxwell latest, see if there's anything interesting. Oh wow. One of those headlines says, okay, what does Ghislaine Maxwell have on Donald Trump? Okay. Just what does Maxwell have on Donald Trump? Why does he Whoops, sorry. Why does he demean other women but treat the head of an alleged sex slave ring with respect? Maybe he learned his lessons, right? Maybe he's learned his lessons and thought, well, we better start treating women with respect, and then started doing it with Ghislaine. Wow, what a dick. Sorry. Ghislaine Maxwell, new socialite, blah 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 blah. There we go. Be locked in prison cell for 23 hours a day. She's going to be in her jail cell 23 hours a day. Reveals the man who used to run the jail. It's just speculation. Until her high-profile trial next July, she'll be watched day and night at the Metropolitan Detention Centre in Brooklyn. She'll be forced to wear paper clothes, and her sheets will be taken away to prevent suicide. Former warden Cameron Lindsay told Newsweek, "I would expect her to be locked down 23 hours a day. I'm sure she'll be getting legal visits throughout the day. She would only be moved for visiting purposes or go to 1 hour of recreation a day." Meanwhile, the Earl of Snowdon appears to have been named in Jeffrey Epstein's little black book. Yeah, we looked at that yesterday. Who is the Earl of Snowdon? Let's have a look. What does he look like? Just so we can put a face to that. I think that's important. Okay. Let's get a picture of the old Earl. Yeah, he looks like somebody that that's in the royal family. Here we go, plenty of pictures of him. Let's look. There's one of them smiling. Let's look. There you are. And bring that into the centre. There you go. Look, there he is. Queen's nephew, Earl of Snowdon, and wife confess amicably. Okay, I don't really care. All right, very good. That's what he looks like. Nice. Okay, very good. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, where are we now? Here we go. Alright, let's lift you up. Nice. Back to the Ghislaine Maxwell latest. Let's see if it's nothing. I don't think it's going to be anything juicy, but I will be dropping in every morning for that. There's speculation that she'll get a plea bargain and stuff. Epstein pimp will get a plea deal. Exonerate Prince Andrew and be free in a few years. Ghislaine Maxwell will strike a plea deal, exonerate Prince Andrew and walk free in just a few years, a pal has claimed. Maxwell's anonymous friend reportedly told the Sunday Times they will expect the 58-year-old socialite to survive the case as she awaits trial over her alleged links to Epstein. I hope not. I hope not. She faces up to 35 years in prison as she's pleaded not guilty to 6 charges. We know as well as the next person that there is a lot of unanswered questions there. But that is the way that it is for it all. And there's nothing we can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Other than just wait, sit back, wait for it all to happen. You know? That's it. What we got here. Definitely something wrong with my musical setup because they're very quiet in my weirdness. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to disappear in a minute anyway. Definitely something wrong with my sound. I'm going to go and have a wee look around with my sound. See, there's the echo again. There must be another mic on. I'm going to check out this after. Anyway, we're going to go. Very quick show this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for hanging out, and we will see you again tomorrow morning before the big show on the last episode of this beauty here, The Human Condition. And we made it all to just less than 30 minutes, which is great. That's what we need to do, to go through those papers. There was nothing really to rant about other than the government talking, talking up their amazing stats and why they've decided not to allow people, or advised people not to go to that wonderful place called Spain. I'll have to look in. My kids are supposed to be going to the Canary Islands in September, so we'll have to look into whether or not they're going to get to go. We'll see. Right, we're off. We will see you tomorrow morning, and watch out on the old TikTok. You might see a live there this afternoon or this morning too. So yes, indeed. Take care. We will see you all soon. Thank you for joining us today.